Some are calling this a war of attrition, and one of the driving factors is Israel's continued search for leaders of Hamas. In response to the massive Hamas terrorist attack of October 7th, Israel initiated Operation Swords of Iron, a sustained air, sea, and land campaign to destroy the group's military capacity in Gaza. As the year progressed, Israel launched counterterrorism operations in the West Bank and more recently in Lebanon. Here's a look at how the military campaign unfolded. Israel formally declared war on Hamas on October 8th. Pounding Gaza with airstrikes. By October 13th, Israel Defense Forces began ramping up its retaliation campaign. Israel ordered more than 1 million Palestinians in northern Gaza to evacuate their homes immediately. By this point, the Hamas-run Palestinian Health Ministry reported more than 2,000 people had been killed in a week. On October 28th, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced the next phase of the war, expanding its ground operation into Gaza.
This is the second stage of a war, whose goals are clear: destroy the military and governing capabilities of Hamas, and bring the hostages home.
The offensive started in the north, focusing on Hamas-built underground tunnels. By the next month, a brokered truce took effect on November 24th, allowing for the release of hostages and aid into Gaza. On December 3rd, a few days after the week-long ceasefire expired, the IDF announced it was expanding its ground operations to all of Gaza. Moving south, forces stormed into Khan Yunis, the second largest city in Gaza. Millions of Palestinians were displaced, seeking shelter in refugee camps, which reported a lack of aid resources. By the end of the year, the scale of destruction in Gaza underscored the intensity of the fighting. More than a third of the buildings had been damaged. That's according to SUNY and Oregon State University researchers. The Hamas-run Health Ministry reported nearly 22,000 people had been killed since October 7th. On May 6th, Israel began a new offensive, this time on Rafah, the southernmost city in Gaza. The IDF intensified its airstrikes on the enclave, entering the edges of the city and seizing the last open border crossing. This intensified the devastating humanitarian crisis.
Nowhere is safe. Everywhere is a potential killing zone.
The UN Secretary General again called for a ceasefire. It only took a few months for Israel to shift its focus from Gaza to the West Bank, initiating a ground invasion on August 28th. Continued airstrikes targeted Hamas militants, killing 16. The Palestinian Health Ministry reported more than 650 dead in the West Bank since the start of the war, proving to be the deadliest time period in the West Bank in the last 15 years. Finally, in Lebanon, tensions have escalated with battles between Hezbollah and Israel. Airstrikes on Beirut and a ground invasion into the south. After a series of pager explosions and airstrikes targeting top officials of the militant group Hezbollah, more than 10 top commanders were left dead, including longtime Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. And still, a year later, tensions are increasing, with the most recent attack coming from Iran, launching more than 100 missiles at Israel on October 1st.
They're falling.
Raising concerns among the international community of a wider regional war.